Yes, I'm with the pole sitter, George Miedeke. You blokes get the elbows out, but geez, is there enough room on this track?
Probably not, but I'm sure we'll make it work. No, it is tight, but at the same time, you know, it rewards an aggressive driver, and we'll see how we go.
All right, well, good luck. We saw it in Bathurst. You got Walton hovering nearby.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's dumb enough to try that again, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to a good race.
Leave you to it.
Yes, well, I'm pumped up. That's exactly what we want to hear.
We do want to hear that for sure.
Goodness me, okay. So
when you're fast, you can always run your mouth.
Well, what that goes back to is the fact that they got into each other at Bathurst.
Yeah.
Last lap, race one.
But if George had qualified 10th, he wouldn't be talking like that. So.
you can say these things when you're on pole.
Yep.
And they'll line up like this, Paul. East Coast Bull Bars, Australian Vet Utes. George Miedeke's fourth career pole. Chris Walton, second in the points. Hansford, unfortunately, relegated 5 spots. Raul Harris, he is the points leader. And Aaron Russell broke a diff, which is what happened to him in that
that explains the oil trail. Easy thing to fix, but so good to see him out there.
And further back through the list, we've got Reece McNally. He'll be coming through the field. Kim Jane, another big name that's further down the order from where we'd usually expect. Adam Beachy running in a different car after having that nasty crash and smashing up a car in Bathurst.
Yeah, it was on Conrod.
That was a big wreck, that one. Matty Nolan making his return, the former Queensland under-21 state captain for hockey, also a world jet ski competitor.
Really, a bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah, local boy here on the Gold Coast. And the red lights are on. It's Miedeke v. Walton.
Miedeke gets a flyer. Harris is going to try and go with him. Walton shuts the door, runs him over to the fence.
That was a bit rude. Cedars will try and go around both of them.
Oh, that's it. Big time in the wall. That's Fisher.
They got away with it too.
That'll be wounded. That's a big hit.
Amazing that they didn't stack the whole field up.
He'll be wounded, mate. Yeah, there he is, parking her up. That's got to knock the steering straight out of that ute.
Well, that was a chain reaction from Walton driving defensively down the inside, and everyone scrambled to miss Cedars, who was trying to get around him. There's a right front puncture for the multi-spares ute. He's gone through 2 tyres in 2 laps now.
They want to practice, and then now McLeod mid-pack.
Yeah, not a great start for Jared McLeod. He hasn't jumped up too many spots just yet. Over the curbs, down the beach side chicane, we bounce. And safety car is out. So,
not what we wanted.
Not what we wanted, but wise, considering what transpired down the front. Gee, aggressive stuff from Walton. I know that there's a championship fight on.
Yeah, just got pinballed into the wall, Fisher did.
And
who else is in there?
So that was Matty Nolan, who was, he didn't even make it off the grid. Fisher, he's stuck down at turn 1.
Yeah, it's copped it in the left-hand side, torn the tyre off the rim and then fired it into the concrete on the right.
He's got a left front puncture there because of the right rear from Hansford, and then he also got the right side on the fence. So he's got damage down both sides of that car.
Yeah, that's obviously hasn't got steering.
Well, unfortunately, I've caught up with Matt Nolan. He's returning after having a bit of break from V8 Ute racing, and gee, she's a bit brutal, isn't she?
Yeah, it wasn't nice. Yeah, I had a great start. Car in front stalled, and we cleaned him up. So, yeah, that's the day.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing. You need to get in amongst those front runners for qualifying to get out of that mix.
Yeah, practice hurt us. We got 1 lap in before we had a failure, so 10 laps in qualifying was my practice session, so trying to make up those lost numbers.
All right, well, plenty of racing still left, so best of luck.
Thanks for that.
He's putting on a bit of a smile anyway. He's at his home race, so
there's not a lot you can do.
It's not his fault. He very nearly got around him. So it was a stalled car on the grid that caused that one for Matt Nolan.
But they do have yellow flags on the grid there, so let's see if we see one. There's no yellows being waved, which has caught him out. He runs Ryle in.
And man, that was close. So
Harris was going slow and
still trying to get momentum going.
Yeah, get some momentum. He had to breathe out of the throttle, or he would have just hung
Walton up.
Hung Walton, right, and everyone would have been into it. So Riles had to check the throttle here. Did the right thing.
Oh, how Hansford didn't go the whole way around there.
Hansford went to go around him and then took Fisher to the fence.
All right, now watch the right-hand side here.
Hansford probably should have just checked the throttle as well.
That was so close, and Mork actually did a really good job getting around that one. Here it is. Stall, stall, stall. And there's the contact with the general carrying ute. Not quite as dramatic as what happened in the international V8 supercar race here a couple of years ago.
Nothing like that.
Thankfully, we had cars upside down and flying through the air. or what was the Champ Car race? 02, 03, where it poured down rain, and then Adrian Fernandez turned one into a canoe on the front straight at the start. You needed a canoe to get around that day. That was just torrential. Anyway, Lexus safety car is headed back to the pits, and we are going to get back to racing. Lost a fair bit of time with all that chaos, so it's likely she'll go time certain. And that would mean that this race will finish on the hour, roughly. So let's see how much racing we can get done. Let's see some green, clean running as the ISEC Ute picks up the pace at the Castrol Edge hairpin. Slick Mediki will lead us back. And let's go racing. East Coast Bull Bars V8 Utes.
He's got a flyer there, a few ute lengths.
Now Walton's
nice jump.
going to get a few points back in the championship here. If they stay the way they are with a couple laps, that will get in. Let's go. Lap 4. Can we at least get to the halfway marker before we go time certain? Cedars challenging. Russell takes the shortcut.
Yeah, that'll be okay, as long as he doesn't gain an advantage. So if he does a quick sector time between now and the next sector, they'll pin him for that. So we'll just need to roll off it a bit, which he's doing.
Down towards the beach chicane we go.
Yeah, Harris is looking a bit vulnerable. I wonder if he sustained any damage in that incident.
So far, so good. I wouldn't be surprised if he at least had some bent steering or something as a result from that.
Could have tucked the right front toe in a bit.
Oh, now Walton, who's in killer mode at the moment, is chasing down Mediki. Oh, big lockup.
Aaron Russell just fries the left front.
Now let's have a look. Can Walton get onto the back? Oh, no.
Oh, not again.
Oh, dear. That's actually a fair bit of damage to the Burnett Ute. And Lee Nicolau part of this one. Oh, the right front is hanging off that car.
He's caught up on the... That stuff just sucks you in. We'll go yellow here again. I reckon that'll be us done.
Not a great way to start the weekend for the Utes, unfortunately. A bit of carnage.
Yeah.
Got a lot of green flag laps.
Boys need to sharpen our act up.
Good if we can get away with a local yellow. Oh, okay, we've got one moving.
He's out.
That's a good start. Peter Burnett's been in a couple so far this year.
Now Walton's now ranging up on the back of George. Nothing to lose. There's a yellow.
Safety car is out. That's a shame. Lexus safety car deployed. Get used to it this weekend, I think. We know what this place is like. It'll happen in the V8s. And to the applause of the crowd, Lee Nicolau is out of the car. Is he limping just a little bit there? A bit tender?
Yeah, he looks a bit shy on one leg.
He just gave one of his legs a bit of a knock there, but here comes Peter Burnett. Fair bit of damage to the front end of this car. Listen to it scraping on the way back into the pits. And in he comes. Oh, yeah, now that's the other thing. You don't want to pick up a puncture. It probably won't affect the result of this race too much, but it will affect your tyre bank for the weekend.
Tyre bank. It looks like a bit of plastic. Not too bad. Guys are driving around it. So this will be the easiest race win in George's life, I reckon.
Yeah, well, he had to get the good start, and that was pretty much it, really. After that,
he got a ripper. And the restart was bang on as well.
It was shaping up as being a good one. I would have liked to have seen what was going to happen then between himself and Chris Walton.
Yeah, well, Walton had come loaded, hadn't he? He wasn't scared to rub Ryle up, and he probably wouldn't be scared to give George one as well. But another few races to go over the weekend, so stay tuned. I reckon there'll be some action.
No checkered flag yet. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get a lap in. All right, what happened?
Good to get one in.
What happened on the Yokohama replay? Oh, that was on early.
Well, someone's lost their braking marker there, and there we go. It's going to be down the inside here.
Unboardedly Nicolau. Oh.
And it's just... he's broken early, and then Lee's thought, oh, he's given me the corner. Then when he's got down there, he's just turned on in, so...
Now, the Lexus safety car lights are out, which would suggest to us that we're going to get the green flag. It's just a matter of, will the checkered flag be next to it?
So Mediki's caught him napping again.
We might try and get a couple laps in here. The guys have been deserving of
gone
it.
green. Oh, here we go.
There it is. We're green.
Here
okay.
we go.
Confusion reigns, but look at that. If anything, Miedeke has opened up his lead here.
He has, and I reckon he might be looked at there for a breach of the restart rules. He did accelerate and then stop again. Meant to maintain the pace of the safety car, and he definitely didn't do that.
Okay. Down towards the first chicane we go. What it has done is really brought the Mango Credit Ute onto the back of Chris Walton. Gee, Marjoram had a bit of a moment over the curbs, got very close to the wall. So far, so good. Everyone's through there. He's still the leader down the backstretch.
He's caught him napping here. They're going to push hard through the chicane, see if he can make up some time, but George has been so strong here all day.
Forward to get a curb hop there and try and close that gap up. He looks really quick though, the Renko Ute. He's got the speed. We're going to get another lap after this one as well, which is good news. So I reckon turn 4, the hairpin. If he can get onto the back of him, he'll have a crack. We know that he doesn't die wandering.
He's within striking distance.
There's the 2 Erebus Utes, Marjoram, Dontus, following each other line of stern. And he's close.
He's letting him know he's there.
All right, needs to get a good exit through the first chicane.
Or get on his bumper and work him over.
Oh, runs a bit wide mid-corner when he got the power on. Oh, there's
something coming out of the right front.
Yeah. That was
tyre
weird.
rub on the guard, but here he goes. He's in the tow.
Okay, needs to really jettison the car over the curbs and then get up the inside at the hairpin.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be the next corner where you can get it done. It's too easy to block here.
Needs to maximise the exit.
Get a good run off. Here we go.
Oh, Miedeke hit that perfectly, though. And as a result, Walton's not close enough. Good bit of, not even defensive driving. It was attacking to defend, really, from Miedeke there.
Well, George knew if he just got off there well, there's nothing he could do about him at the hairpin. And that's the key to it, is getting off that turn.
So really, there's only one more chance to pass, and it'll be at the end of this straight after they clear the chicane.
He's got to go big here. He's just got to go big.
Oh, and Miedeke with a bit of a slide. This could be the
him.
moment. He knows it's on, so he moves it to the left-hand side. Well,
throw it down the inside, Walton. There he goes.
Comes.
There's the move. Get it in there, boy.
Oh, they make
That's
contact.
how you do it. That's fair and square.
And you watch Cedar's
going to capitalise out of this.
What a move. From third all the way up to
Cedar's
first.
got to stick it in there. Good on you.
Got it done. That's almost exactly what happened at Bathurst when Walton and Miedeke got into each other. Cedar's picked up the 2 of them. That was a classic move. From third to first.
Well, it's
he
a bit
saw
like
it coming.
MotoGP the other day, wasn't
Andre Iannone's move when he picked up 2 for the price of 1. Last corner, and it's Cedars. He's got to take his 4th win on the streets of Surfers Paradise.
Good job, Cedars.
For coming. He owes Chris Walton a beer. The Mango Credit Ute gets the win. Checkered flag is out. Hey, that was entertaining.
It was good, and we know Walton's come here to win, and he doesn't care if he loses a few friends along the way, which is how I like to see people race.
Now, that's 2 in 2 weeks between those two. Now, Slick stands at about 6 foot a million. I reckon he might be heading down to have a chat.
Oh, yeah, but just let you drive and do the talking. It's probably the best way to handle it.
He said on the grid that there's no way he'd be, what was the word, stupid enough to try it again?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pretty fair move. He got alongside. And to be fair, George messed the corner up before. If he got off the corner before, he wouldn't have been able to have a go at him. So
fair play.
He opened the door and Walton, come on in.
How cool was that? The top 10 on screen right now. East Coast Bull Bar's first Ute race of the weekend. It was an absolute crack at Cedars. The surprise winner after all of that one. And there we go, the guys outside the top 10. And them, the guys that didn't finish. Fisher, Nolan barely even got off the start line. Paul, go throw your race suit on.
Okay.
You've got a truck race to get to. Looking forward to that one coming up later. There's still plenty more to go here at Surfers Paradise.